Sydney, thank you
Hey,
so much for your time. It's nice to virtually meet you. How are you today?
nice to meet you too, Emmanuel. I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Awesome. Tell me, what is it like for you to be in a very classic feeling teen horror slasher film?
That makes me feel so warm and fuzzy. You said classic, and that is what we were going for. We want this to be a cult classic without like pushing it or it's so in your face. It's just what it is. And working with the cast was amazing. And I feel like our bond really translates on screen. And so you really root for our characters and it makes it so much more endearing. Yeah, it's been amazing. I'm super happy with the film.
We center a lot on your character. And can you talk a little bit about how you went through the film, emoting that guilt that your character feels from past experiences? I thought it was well done. You felt it felt like you had a weight on you.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a really heavy experience because Makani is she's passive and she's internal, but there is this like there's so much silence and she doesn't say a lot throughout the movie, which I also loved. She doesn't have a whole lot of dialogue, but it's all in her eyes, it's all in her face, how she carries her body, how often she smiles and how often she really doesn't, you know? That was another thing. It was like, okay, selective with when I do laugh, when I do smile. And I really loved how the editing worked where we can see there's some instability and then there's flashbacks and yeah, it was really a sick process, but I love playing her.
What are your thoughts on the relationship that you and Oliver have, Makani and Oliver have, and
All
why is
over.
it so hard to acknowledge him in the public and so easy to you to come to him in private?
Because Ollie's weird, you guys. Ollie's weird. Like Makani's weird, Ollie's weird, two weirdos together. We know what that is. Like, dang, but no. So I think because Ollie is this unconventional hero and this unconventional big love bug, it makes it so much cooler that you have this kind of odd couple come together, and they both sort of have this trauma bond. We learn that Ollie lost his parents and it's really tragic, and then I have a tragic past which he also finds out, and so there are all these things like we can relate to each other in ways that we couldn't even really imagine. And of course, my friends were all teenagers, like we know how that goes too, and it gets really clicky and it's weird and there are rumors. But I love their story. I really love their love. And I love that even when Makani has shown Ollie like the side of her that's really not nice and she's kind of put him on the outside, he's still there for her. And it's this unconditional love of like, hey, but when I said I'd be there for you, I meant it.
Absolutely, I agree. Is having a secret exposed just as terrorizing as having a killer come after you, especially like Makani?
I think a killer is worse. I'm like, you can know my secrets. Like, just don't know my secrets. Don't take my life. Yeah, it's really it's such a deep film, and I love all of these like messages, and they're not even hidden. They're like right in your face.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's so cool. I love all of it.
How do you prepare for scenes where you gotta be scared? You're facing the killer face to face. It seems very very exciting, and I just curious on your process in going into something like that.
Well, thankfully, Emmanuel, I have an overactive imagination, which enables
Good.
me to do what I do, but it also makes me a bit of a scaredy cat. So, like being scared in a scene when it's really dark and I'm on hour like 12 and I'm super tired, there's a lot going on. It really allows me to like play and go there in my mind, and it can be really challenging, but it's just so fun to like put your body through that and like train your brain to think this way and just really go there.
Sydney, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your insight on the film and your character. I appreciate it. It was very nice
Thank
to meet you.
you. Thank you. So nice to meet you too.
Take care.